At the Northwest Carpenters Institute, we are a apprenticeship program. We also have an internal pre-apprenticeship program, which we'll get into in just a second. So we offer multiple crafts. Our most popular craft is going to be our general carpentry. We're building schools like you're going to hear about from Patrick with Leidig. We also have our second most popular craft, which is interior systems, where we're doing a lot of drywall, acoustical ceilings, metal stud framing. We have some specialty crafts, pile drivers, which I'm a member of, where we do a lot of bridge work, heavy highway civil. We're doing docks and wharf building. We also have our millwrights, where if you've ever been to like the Space Needle, the restaurant that rotates in 360 degrees, there's these gears inside that allow that rotation to happen. Our millwrights are out there servicing those gears down at the dams, big engine turbines. And then we also have our insulator applicators, all which conform to 4-year apprenticeship, except for our insulator applicators. That's a 2-year apprenticeship program. So we're offering this training on top of what you're going to be learning out in the field.
So first of all, I didn't know Carpenters did all that.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, you talk about gears and turbines and pile driving and everything. You know, I'm always like, yeah, there's like we had the carpenter in here when we were building out the studio. I had no idea it was that vast. So NWCI, you guys do the training?
We do. Yeah. So if you become an apprentice, you come to class once every 3 months, 4 times a year throughout your 4-year apprenticeship program. So it's a total of 16 classes. When you come to the classroom, you're learning what's relevant out in the industry. The really neat thing about NWCI, we're implementing technology. There's a huge gap in that area. So we're using iPads in the classrooms. We've got these huddle screens. Essentially, it's a big giant job box that's got an 80-inch touchscreen TV. It's got Apple TV capabilities so that the students can look at digital blueprints. We're teaching you math. I mean, skills that are going to be what's going to help you benefit you in the actual industry.
Right. And how is the carpentry business out here? Like, is that busy. A good business? You know, because we want to, a lot of times in our community, sometimes the advice that we give our young people, they go into different fields that is no longer sustainable to live a living wage here in Seattle. And so, you know, our kids, they might go off to college, get some kind of degree. They come back here, they make like 40, 50,000 a year with their degree. They can't even live in their neighborhood. What is the carpentry business looking like?
It's booming. We have almost $16 billion coming down the pipeline for infrastructure and manufacturing. $16 billion. You know, that's going to go across the state for manufacturing and construction related jobs, a lot of bridge work. There's a heavy need for folks to get into the apprenticeship program. We're constantly taking applications. The nice thing about this industry, it truly is life-changing. This is a career path. It's not just your job. You come in as a first-year apprentice making $28+ an hour. Plus, you're getting another $19 on top of that for your fringe benefits. So that's your medical, your dental, your vision, you're getting a pension. Every time you come to class, you're getting college credits. So when you come to class in your apprenticeship, we work with Renton Technical College. We also work with Columbia Basin Community College. We work with Skagit Community College. And a lot of our members, they have the opportunity to journey out after 4 years and walk out with an associate's degree. We've also recently teamed up with Central Washington University with their bachelor's degree program. So there's a lot of opportunity. I mean, a lot of our folks that come into the apprenticeship didn't even graduate high school. So we've teamed up with Renton Technical College in the past, pre-COVID, where you would walk down the aisle with the other college graduates with a gown, and we gave you a nice, beautiful carbon fiber hard hat, and you got your what would be equivalent to a diploma, your journeyman certification.
Right. I think it's important too, somewhere really here and across America, somewhere people talk down the trades. You know what I'm saying? And that used to be one thing. When you talk to our parents and Big Mama and them, they'll tell you that like that was always a thing. That was like, oh, okay, well, man, you ain't go to college, that's fine. You go learn the trade. You need to go. You know, Big Mama tell you need to go learn, do something, then learn how to do some pipes, electrician or something like that. And then over the years, it seemed like trades were talked down and everything. Well, man, if you don't go to a 4-year college, you don't do this and that. And I think a lot of young people in our community bought into that. I mean, because that's why SBI used to be booming up there. Seattle Vocational Institute right there on 23rd and Jackson. And people used to go and learn all of these trades and everything else. So, I mean, it's exciting to me to hear you talking about, man, here's the trade and it's wide open for you. And there's people, it's okay if you didn't graduate high school. Let's teach you some, a craft and a skill, because also this is a skill that travels with you, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's a skill sets you can take virtually anywhere. I mean, just kind of backing up a little bit of the college. I went to college. I went to school, thought I was going to be an ER nurse, working at Harborview since I was probably, I don't know, 6 years old, racked up a bunch of college debt, and clearly I'm not a nurse, right? So that's the beauty of this, is that you're earning and you're learning at the same time, and that you get these degrees, these opportunities with no college debt, which is phenomenal. Working in the trades is so empowering, because nothing's better than working in the city that you live in. To be able to drive down I-5, 15, 20 years from now, and looking at the convention center expansion or the Climate Pledge Arena and saying, I built that. I was a part of that. So you're leaving this legacy, working with your hands, working with all these different elements, again, circling back to building those skill sets. There's something really magical about that and life-changing.
Yeah, you know what? We're going to keep in touch with you, because I want to see how Converge can partner with NWCI to bring the cool back to the trades.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying, in our community and in other communities, because somehow here, especially in Seattle, if it's not like a tech related title, maybe people don't respect it. Well, I'm a project manager, which is cool, by the way. Lots of project managers support Converge. Thank you. But you get what I'm saying. Is that somehow in the vernacular and the vocabulary and the sway, everything about our city is kind of like, oh, okay, it's a trade. No, man, these are amazing jobs. This is literally building our city and building homes, and apparently turning the turbines on the dam.
Right. It's incredible what opportunities come from just coming into the apprenticeship. I wanted to talk a little bit about the pre-apprenticeship opportunity.
Yeah.
We actually are hosting our first ever all-female pre-apprenticeship class ever. And in these pre-apprenticeship classes, we focus on the craft specific. For example, we have the general carpentry, where we're going to work with you every single day on math. Math is a really important part of the trades. And for some of us, math is, it's intimidating. It's your basic math, addition, subtraction, multiplication. So we start getting into the fractions and the decimals and conversions, we see some issues. You're going to learn about material handling. We're going to start you off with getting familiar with some power tools like a skill saw, do some skill saw safety. And then you're going to build a sawhorse. It's your first project. And then we start getting into the craft specific projects within week 2 and week 3. We're going to be learning how to build concrete formworks and column formworks. We're going to do interviews with our contractors. I mean, we have probably about almost 100% of our graduates that go straight onto a job, because we do live in a really progressive city, I like to think, where we have these project labor agreements and these community workforce agreements where these contractors have to hire a certain percentage of people of color, women, those that come from a state recognized pre-apprenticeship program, which we come from. So we got these contractors that are just waiting for these skilled future apprentices to come into the workforce.
We got a lot of younger people here who are also waiting and just waiting for an opportunity, and they just might not be aware of it. They might not know what's out there, or they might just need somebody to grab them by the hand to walk them through the door to that opportunity. Like I said, we're gonna stay close with you, because when I go back through my neighborhood, it's man, work, a job, it's a certain amount of dignity that comes. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the job is, to be able to get up every morning and you go to work. And there's a lot of people in my neighborhood who want to work. They want an opportunity, but they're pushed back, because it's like, well, the work opportunity, a lot of them that they see out there is not really gonna have any impact in their life. You see what I'm saying? But learning a trade, learning carpentry can be transformational for these people that are in our community that are waiting. It's so many that just want an opportunity to go and work hard, provide for their family, and leave something better for their children. Like, man, this is really dope. There's the pre-apprenticeship and then the apprenticeship.
Yeah.
Right?
So with that pre-apprenticeship, again, we're giving you those skill sets, really giving you those resources. We have community partners that we connect with. So if you need help with housing, childcare, relicensing, even if you have a DUI, cell phone, whatever you need. We're going to try to remove those barriers so that you can focus on that 3-week pre-apprenticeship class, and then just succeed. Show up with a good attitude. Come to that class like you really want this, because again, that opportunity. You get into the apprenticeship program. We're purchasing your first year of tools. That's like $550 worth of tools. We're purchasing your first year of apprenticeship books. We're helping you with your work attire, so your work boots, work clothes. We're getting you connected with your business representative, so you really have a solid understanding of not just what your expectations are of the apprenticeship, but you as a union member, you and the resources that you have within the regional council. So there's a bunch of information that we try to give you so that you are going to be the most skilled first-year apprentice, because retention is incredibly important to this. We don't want to just bring people in, we want to keep you in too. So you've got a huge network of support and mentorship and coaching that come along with it.
Man, this is great. Now, Salman has the website link. He's putting in the comments right now. But once you tell everybody, like, man, how do they get up with you?
Yeah.
Like, this is like, we need to get this information out here.
Absolutely. Please reach out to me. Again, Marianna Talbott, Northwest Carpenters Institute. Please go to www.nwci.org or reach out to my cell phone personally. It's 206-531-5803.
All right. Salman, look at this camera right here. So listen, you guys that are out there, because I know especially this hour of the day, we got a lot of mamas and aunties and big mamas, and you very well might have an able-bodied person there laying on your couch, sucking up all your air and eating up all your food. Now, Marianna gave you some game right here. You see what I'm saying? She done gave you some game right here of how we get that person off your couch, stretched out, and get into an apprenticeship program and learn how to be a carpenter, and really something that's life-changing, Marianna, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. It was an honor.